Hello YouTube, this is just from STEM APIs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to continue where we left off in the last tutorial. As you remember, in the last tutorial, we were able to install all the core dependencies, and we were able to get all of that configured, and we were able to do all of this stuff in the last tutorial. By the way, I had to make a couple changes. I had to add to the requirements text because I had some conflicts with some of the dependencies. So this is what my requirements text file looks like now. I also added this one for the datetime, for the timestamps, and some of the versions were changed from the last tutorial. I mean, they're the same libraries, but the version might be different because there was some conflict with MCP and FastAPI. So you know. Okay, let's continue. So what we're going to do is we're going to start coding, and we're going to start talking about the models. For those of you that are not familiar with the architecture, with the MCP architecture, I created this little diagram here just to give you an idea of what's going on. You have the client layer. This would be us. This would be the whatever applications. Think of it in the OSI model, in networking. Think of the application layer. This is whatever the user is seeing, either through an IDE, through a chat box, Claude, or whatever you're using. This would be the client layer, and then requests are sent with structured data. And it receives responses also with structured data, and this is where models come in. You also have the network boundary. We talked about it in the last tutorial. The base model is using the JSON RPC protocol over standard I/O, or it can be using SSE, or it can be using HTTP. These are the protocols. Think of that in the OSI model. Think of it as the network layer, or the IP layer. You know what I'm talking about. And then you have the MCP server. The MCP server models, that's what that M stands for. Think of it as being the data contracts that are used to make sure that structured data is validated, is real. When you send the JSON queries, to make sure that everything is up to spec. So it's using Pydantic, it's for validation in the background. It's serializing the data to whatever serialization you're using. In our case, we'll be using JSON. It's defining the requests, it's defining the responses, and all of that is happening in that file that I'm going to be showing you. It's called the YouTube models Pi, and that's what we're going to be building right now. This is the models. In the next tutorial, we'll talk about the tools. We'll start creating the tools that are going to search for the videos, to do the analysis of the market, and also system status to make sure that everything is running up to spec. And that's where, in a couple tutorials, we'll get into the services, because all three of them work together: the models, the tools, and the services. Okay, so let's go to the code and then show you what the YouTube models file is. And let's just make it bigger here. Okay, so we're bringing this one is in this directory right there. You remember that we created these directories last time. Now we're in. Before they were empty, they only had init files inside. Now we're populating them. With the first one, we're going to go down in order. So we're starting with models first. So the models Pi is this one. We're bringing typing for type safety. List, optional, dict from typing. Pydantic is, like we mentioned, is going to do the validation of the models, of the fields, make sure that everything is up to spec. Datetime because of the timestamps, and enum because we're gonna be working with enums, as you can see here. This is the first one. It's going to have all the video categories. It's good. In our case, we just have education, entertainment, technology. These are just something so we can have something there for us so I can show you what they are. Here it's got the video stats. These are all videos, video categories, video stats, video data, and then it gets more into the YouTube channel data information. But basically here, this is where the magic is happening here, because it's calculating the engagement rate based on the view count. So it's doing this division, is adding the like count plus the comment count, and then dividing by the view count. It's just arbitrary. I mean, people use different. You tweak it. This is just for illustration purposes. So we have a rate to go by. This will be the data from the video. I mean, this is mostly old strings, and here's a datetime timestamp, and these are the default values. So this string list is going to default to an empty list, and the thumbnail is going to be optional. This is where the calculation is done here from the config file, from this thing right here. The scoring weights, that's where they're coming from. And this keeps going down, the encoding, channel data, search query. This is the main one right here. This is the one that you see in the inspector that I showed you before. It's got the string for the query, for the results, the integer string, the area, the English language, and we're using US English, date times when it was published, and you can tweak that also, and it's going to be based on relevance, whatever you determine what that relevance will be. Here, that's the other query. Here is the search result, and it works with the search query. It's taking the data from the ones that I just showed you, and it's also going to do an average engagement also in a similar formula. And then it's going to get into the market trends, market analysis, and we will be using this is where these tools here will work together with the models, and I will show you that more in detail when we start working with the tools, probably in the next video. But this is the main where everything that's what you see. It will show the sample video data, it's going to show the title, it's going to show the engagement rate, and the JSON. And if this one is not running yet because I still have, I have to show you the tools, and we'll do that in the next video. But, and basically right now, the models, that's all you need, basically, to make sure that that it runs. Now, for models, for this particular one, there's a more simple model that will suffice. So in the next tutorial, what we're going to do, we're going to start talking about the tools, and then we're going to start testing it, and we're going to be showing you, hopefully in next video or the video after, we'll be able to start testing it using our API key that we got from YouTube and the Claude API. But that will be in the next video. This is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like box, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time with another tutorial. Take care.